guys, welcome back to the Cocco channel and to another retail horror stories. This is one that I have been promising you guys for a while. This one is the one I kind of started in a tutorial Tuesday about when my mom and I went to a nail salon. Pretty crazy stuff. So this is back in May. My mother treated her and I to pedicures for Mother's Day, and she doesn't get manicures just because one of her biggest fears is that they cut one of her fingers or something like that, and she is a massage therapist, so she has to use her hands, and if you have a cut or an open wound and you're putting oils and lotions in it, you know what I mean, you're never gonna heal and it's just uncomfortable. So she does not do manicures very often, and so I like to go every once in a while to get my cuticles cleaned up, stuff like that. So my mom, as I said, is a massage therapist, and she's very into clean living, and the less chemicals the better, things like that. And I know other people that are really into that stuff. So right down the street from us, a new nail salon popped up, I want to say about 6 or 7 months ago, and it was almost right when I got here. And it was directed towards people like my mom. All of the nail polishes that they use are free of all the harsh chemicals, 5 and up, I want to say 5 to 7 free nail polishes, and the lotions that they use are safe and earth friendly and things like that. And I'm totally not poking fun at anybody who is big into this, but we kind of make fun of my mom a little bit for it. So it's very windy outside, so you're gonna hear the wind chimes that are right outside my window. I apologize if that bothers anyone, but there's nothing I can do about that. So anyways, we had stopped in there one time before and got one of the menus and wanted to see some of the price points and stuff like that, and it was expensive. It was really expensive, and so her and I always talked about if we were ever gonna do it, it would be a special occasion. And so when Mother's Day came up, I was like, what do you want for Mother's Day? She's like, I don't know, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know. So I was like, what if we went and got our nails done? And she's like, yeah, let's go try the new place, you know, the Go Green place. I can't even remember what it's called, but it's Organics or something like that, I don't know. So her and I go, and I'm pretty sure it was a weekday. I know for a fact it was a weekday because her and I try not to do anything on the weekend, and even while we were sitting there, we remember saying it was really jamming in there for it being a, I don't know, maybe let's just say a Thursday or something like that. We go down and it's popping, right? It's busy in this place. So we put our names down and we're kind of looking around, and it's gorgeous in there. You know what I mean? They have these beautiful chandeliers, and you know what I mean? It just looked very elegant, very classy. So we sit down and the chairs are somewhat broken, and we were kind of wobbling on them, and we're that's really weird, you know. And I'm not nitpicking, I'm just trying to set up the scene. So from afar, it looks beautiful. The chairs are a little bit broken. The nail polish wall has polish splashed all over it, and mind you, this place isn't even a year old, right? So somebody dropped a couple of bottles because there's paint all over the wall of nail polish paint. It was neon pink and neon orange and turquoise and stuff like that, and we're that is so crazy that, you know what I mean, you would just let that not let it happen, but leave it there, I guess, when your place is just so beautiful. And so we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, going like this, and there are freaking flies everywhere, you guys. I mean, me and my mom were just slapping them away left and right, and so we were tripping, you know what I mean, because again, from afar, this place is so beautiful, and it's infested with flies, which doesn't sound that big of a deal, but I don't know, I'm not a fan of flies. I don't know anybody who is, and I feel it's gross. Flies just gross me out. Ugh. So anyways, we get seated after, I want to say maybe a 10-minute wait, which doesn't seem like a long time, but it was. So we sit down and I don't know what it is, but every time me and my mom go to get our nails done, she always gets done first, which I totally respect because she's, you know, older and, you know what I mean, whatever. So I get to sit there in the tub and the massage chair, and I'm fine, right? No. My water is cold, number one. Number two, they didn't fill it up all the way, and so anytime I bring my feet up to where the jet is, water goes splashing out all over the place, and I'm okay, so I literally have to sit there with my feet still, not enjoying the jets, and you know what I mean, but I am in the massage chair. I'm okay, so this lady is working on my mom for, I kid you not, probably 10 minutes, and I'm dang, you know, okay, it's no big deal. but I feel bad because I always get a manicure. So she always, even though I'm sitting here waiting for her, she always ends up waiting on me. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been, but again, they're just probably taking her because she's my mom and it's respectful and everything like that. So anyways, this guy comes over and he's an older gentleman. I always get these older guys that, you know, are obviously Asian. And number two, like, they don't really have the best English, but they're like telling jokes. And so you're just like, ha, like you just kind of have to laugh, you know, but it's really uncomfortable. So somehow he catches up to the lady next to me that's doing my mom, even though she had been working on her for like a good 10 minutes, right? And I'm like, what the hell? Oh, and then this was another thing. So they give you the menu and they ask you, you know, what kind of pedicure do you want? Does anybody remember the days where you got a pedicure and everything was included? You got the foot scrub, you got the callus remover, you got the massage, like it was just a pedicure and that was that? No, now they have like 6 different ones, and if you want any of that, it's like $10 extra. Well, you know me, and I've talked about my feet many times on the Cocco channel, that I always have to get the callus remover. I don't know what it is in my genetics, but I just build up extra skin. I like scrub them every single day. I use a pumice stone. I just have to do it every single time. So I get the, I don't know, let's just say it was called the deluxe, right? Which comes with the callus remover, and it also comes with like a scented sugar scrub. So she asks me when, you know, we sit down and she asks what we want. I say deluxe and my mom says just regular. And she said, okay, well, what scent do you want? We have grapefruit, lavender, vanilla, whatever, you know. And so I pick mine, and then she asks my mom. And, you know, my mom is like, well, do I get it? And she's like, yeah, you pick scent, you know, you pick your scent. Obviously in broken English. And so my mom's like, okay. And so she picks hers. So she's like, that's cool. I get a scrub, you know, with just the regular pedicure. I'm like, yeah, that is cool. So anyways, you know, fast forward to this guy like catches up to my mom and, to the lady doing my mom, does the scrub, does everything, does the callus remover, paints my nails, and then he says, do you want a pedicure? And I say, yes, please. So instead of not picking me up literally, but like, you know, moving me to a table where you can get a proper manicure, he gives me a bowl and puts it in my lap. And I'm thinking like, this is not the first time that has happened to me, but it just makes me so mad because I feel like you're getting gypped. You know what I mean? Because there was a gentleman who was doing a young lady across from us, and she got a manicure, pedicure. As soon as he was done with her pedicure, he brought her over to the table where you can properly like let your fingers soak in the water, where you can properly get everything done, you know, this, and that. And so, you know, again, with the same as my feet, for some reason, like I have extra buildup of cuticles on my hands, and I always have had that since I can remember getting my very first manicure. When they were like trimming around, it was like a mountain, which sounds so gross, but just something in my DNA, something in my genetics. It is what it is. I'm almost 30. I've accepted it. But so he's like kind of trimming them, and then he like kind of cuts down my nails, kind of files them, paints them, and you know, well, before he painted them, he gave me like this, you know, I wouldn't even call it mediocre massage, you know what I mean? And so I'm thinking like, this sucks, you know what I mean? Like that he's giving me a basically half-ass manicure, you know what I mean? Even though, again, because it's like this organic, go green spa, I'm paying not like a $15, or I've even seen places that you pay $10 for a pretty decent manicure, where again, I don't even care about the paint job necessarily, because I don't keep polish on my fingers very long anyways, that I just want them cleaned up. I want them, you know what I mean, filed correctly, and I want my cuticles all nice, and I like the moisturization and like the massage that goes along with it. So again, I'm paying like probably 25 bucks for this manicure. Well, my mom is, because it was her treat for Mother's Day. But so we get done, and again, the whole time we were sitting there, we're swatting flies. And again, the whole time we're sitting there, the 2 nail techs that are doing both my mom and me are talking to each other, but looking at me straight in my face in their own language, whether it was Vietnamese or, you know what I mean, Tagalog, Ilocano, I don't know. You know, just sitting there and talking to each other, but looking at me straight in my face. I'm like, this is so awkward. And then, I can't remember what my mom said. She said something about trying to keep fit, you know what I mean, or being the right size, and the girl sound like, in broken English again, was like, you perfect size, you not too fat, you not too skinny, you know, like, And then she like looked at me and she's like, I was like, well, that's awkward. You know what I mean? Like, it was just so awkward and uncomfortable that she was like talking about my mom's weight and then looked at me and like had nothing to say. And so just like, I mean, she could have blown smoke up my butt a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just unprofessional and weird to be talking about the weight anyway, but then to like just look at me and not say anything. It was so awkward. So then, okay, we're done, right? We're gonna go up and pay. This lady charges my mom for the deluxe pedicure that I picked, but my mom wanted the basic. Well, she's saying because she gave her the scrub that it was a deluxe, but at the same time she didn't do the callus remover or the certain things that the gentleman did for me when I did get the deluxe, right? So then we leave and my mom's like, man, totally got ripped off. She paid the money, which, you know what I mean? Like, my mom hates confrontation. She doesn't like making like a big fuss. She's like, okay, I'm just gonna pay it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We're never going back. And so we get out and my nails, you guys, are so uneven that like they're literally catching on everything. Like, he did the worst job on my manicure ever. The cuticles are still sticking up that he didn't trim all the way. Like I said, my nails were catching on everything, and like I said, I don't really care about the nail polish because I take it off in a day or two anyway, but it was still the worst. And mind you, we're paying twice as much because it's apparently better for you in the earth and whatever. So it was just the worst. And we're like kind of laughing because that was our Mother's Day. On Father's Day, like, Andrew did like a study group and my dad did something, and me and my mom like got to sit in the living room and watch like movies, and we ate really good food, and we're like, damn, we're having a better Father's Day than we did Mother's Day. Because Mother's Day, another thing is that we just cleaned all day, and then we had that really crappy experience at the nail salon. Like, it was just crazy. So that's it for this retail horror story. Beware of what you're paying for. It doesn't always mean that's what you're gonna get, because it definitely wasn't in our case. So I know I've been gone for a while. I do have some more retail horror stories up my sleeve. I'm just trying to get back into the groove of filming. I'm like totally dragging my butt, but hopefully you guys are being patient. You enjoyed this one. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!